Jeremy TV.
Hey, Jeremy with you here on a pretty chilly, windy day here in southeast Oklahoma, and our weather can't seem to make up its mind what season it wants to be. But that's not the reason I'm making this video today. This is different than anything I've done before. I'm in the car, as you can tell, and I'm coming back from town. What happened was last night the family and I were in the living room watching a movie, and after the movie was over I went outside to feed the dog, and my wife went out to feed the cats, and the kids were kind of getting around, generally moving toward getting ready for bed. I got in from the house from feeding the dog and was walking towards the garage, and I stepped into the hallway that goes out to the garage and noticed water in the floor and noticed dripping, and looked up and it was dripping onto the floor from the light fixture in the hallway. And that's about the worst thing you can expect to look up and see, is water dripping up from a light fixture. So I immediately told my wife to shut the air conditioner off because we'd had the air running. The cold front still hadn't moved through, so it was still pretty warm outside, and especially warm in the house. So turned the air conditioner off. I went up into the attic, was finally able to locate where the water was coming from, and it was, as I suspected, the condensation line coming off of the air conditioning unit. So after I inspected it a little bit, I found a split in the side of the pipe, and it's probably only a 2-inch split, but it was kind of up higher on the pipe. It wasn't on the bottom, so it kind of concerned me, not even so much that the pipe was split, but that it was coming out of that split based on where it was located. So it tells me that there's probably a clog in that line somewhere downstream from that. And the way that runs is it runs from the air conditioner downhill to the drain that goes into the washing machine. So it meets up with that and then goes on out to the septic tank. And I guess it's blocked, probably, if I had to guess, it's blocked down there at the 90 degree that goes into the wall. And I don't know how bad it's blocked. Hopefully it's not bad, but I'm going to try to get my compressor line up in there, and after I cut the bad section out, I'm going to blow compressed air down the line and see if I can't push the blockage out, because I'm almost certain that it has to be blocked in there in order for that water to have backed up and come out that split. Luckily, it was only probably a pint or so of water, so I don't think it was enough to damage the sheetrock. I took a towel and was able to dry off that area and get it dry the best I could, and already by this morning the sheetrock was dry on top, so I don't think it was enough water to damage the sheetrock, which was my main concern. Okay, so I'm here in my attic, and actually the split is right there where that light's shining. You may not be able to see it. See if I can zoom in on it there. It is right ahead of the right part of that light. It's hard to see, probably can't see it on here, but I'm gonna have to cut out a section, probably 3 or 4 inches, maybe just go ahead and do 6. Make sure to be safe, but you can see underneath where, you know, I moved the insulation to check, and it's all dry now. Everything I can see is dry so far. Felt around, there's no spots that are still wet, so that's good. Doesn't look to have bothered anything. But you can see this kind of in a bad spot to cut, because the cut is just to this side of that upright, and then it's also near the air duct, so 3 air ducts really, so it's going to be tight. And instead of a hacksaw, all I could find was my handsaw, so maybe a challenge.
There's the offending piece. And right there is the split. I don't know if you can even see it, but there it is. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is sandpaper these ends. Make sure we've got all the burrs and stuff off. And then I'm going to bring the air hose up here and blow this line out towards the drain. Alright, so now I've got the hose off the air compressor. Thankfully it reached. I did not know if it would, all the way from the garage. And I'm going to get the air nozzle on it, and as you can see, I've got some tape on this air nozzle that will kind of help seal that hole off. So when I start blowing on it, and it probably won't take much, but that way we won't get any back. Alright. So now I'm going to show you the finished product. You can see the section of pipe that we put in, about 14 7/8 inches long. Cut it well to either side of the split, just in case. And then put the two fittings on to run that in line. Hopefully they'll dry pretty quickly, and that will fix that. That is my hope. I will come back up here probably daily for a little bit to check the air conditioner when it's running. It won't run for the next couple of days because it's too warm, but I want to check and make sure everything's okay. Then I'll have to put back some of this insulation that I dug out from under there. But I guess aside from putting things away, this job is done, and now I can move on. Anyway, as always, thanks for being here. If you're watching, please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. There's the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you like what we do, and if you have questions, comments, or want to check in where you're watching from, put it in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.